Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're going to see about a watch from a brand Citizen. So Citizen is nothing but it's a Japanese brand. It's actually founded by Swiss and Japan investors, one of a famous brand in Japan, one of a very old brand, also has a good reputation among the watch collectors, one of a premium brand indeed. So this is the box, outer box. Actually it got a lot of damages, but the inner box of course were in a very good shape when I received it. So this is the back tag where you are getting the manufacturing date and everything like that. The watch cost around 17,500 rupees in India. It's also product of Japan and imported in India. So it's a very premium watch indeed, which you will see in the later part of the video. And this is the outer box. Let's go to the inner box section. So this is the inner box. It's a hard cardboard box, very premium in hand, of course, because for 17,500 they cannot give you some normal tin box like what Casio provides. But of course, Casio priced way lesser when compared to Citizen, so that's why I don't complain Casio either. So the box itself looks very premium, and let's open the box itself. Wow, nice unboxing experience. So this is the watch itself. We'll give you a closer look. See how this watch shines. The dial is pretty great. So it's basically a dress watch. I'll take this watch outside. So this is basically a dress watch. I have readjusted the chain, that's why I can't fold the clasp with the pillow. So this is the watch itself. We'll talk about this watch later, but first of all, let's dive into what are the contents that you are getting within the package itself. Getting 333, I mean that is a 3 years 3 months and 3 days guarantee card. If you're buying an offline store, they will be placing a stamp of that store, but since I bought it in online, they haven't done anything like that. But if you're having the original Flipkart bill, the warranty can be claimed. And this is the international guarantee card, and this is the instruction manual, which is the eco drive, which we'll talk about in later about the movement. So this is the watch itself. You can see a very good watch indeed. Has a nice premium look on the hands. When I got unboxed this first time, I got really amazed. I mean, at that time I realized that why this watch was priced this much higher. So talking about the module that is present in this Citizen watch, so it has a E1111 Eco Drive movement, which is a pretty good thing. So I'm talking about the Eco Drive. This is a quartz watch, of course, but the power source for this watch is from a battery, which is a rechargeable battery. So this has some solar panel beneath this dial. So what happens is, whenever it is exposed to any artificial light or natural light, sunlight, flashlight, whatever the light source may be, it gets recharged by itself. So you don't need to replace the battery for every 2-3 years or something like that. Once sealed, you don't need to open at all, because the watch battery gets recharged by itself via any source of light. So that's a very good thing. That's the meaning of this eco drive. So if you're I would always suggest, if you're buying a quartz watch, buy with these kinds of functionalities rather than buying a simple battery powered watches, which is not that worthy in my opinion. Because if you're buying the solar powered or eco drive watches, it will be useful for you in long run. I mean, it will last longer when compared to the normal quartz watches. So the next good thing about this watch is you can see the crystal. Of course, this is a mineral crystal, but the thing is it is domed. It's a pretty good thing. Domed mineral crystals are slightly expensive when compared to the flat mineral crystals, and in real this looks really awesome. And coming to the bracelet itself, this is a normal bracelet, so they are not solid linked, they are of course folded. You can see the folds there, they are of course folded. But yeah, they could have given a solid links, but I'm not complaining Citizen about that. But the quality is really nice. uh, Looks like a Jubilee bracelet. So the bracelet is actually good. You're getting a nice Citizen branding over here, and also a Citizen branding beneath this tag here, you can see it. All right, so Talking about the back of the case, this is not a screw down back case. Screw lock back case is actually a push lock mechanism. That's a bummer in my opinion. But who is going to open this watch? Of course, because it's got a rechargeable battery. You don't need to open the back case to change the battery or something like that. It is gonna last longer, so no problem at all. Because of this pushback mechanism, it got only 50 meters of water resistance, but I'm fine with that. I don't want 100 meters because I'm not going to die while wearing this watch, so no problem at all for me. So you can see the hour indices are in metallic, they are not printed, so everything looks premium in this watch. So talking about the eco drive movement itself, this is, of course, I told you in the previous part of the video that how it gets recharged, everything like that. So there are some functionalities added in this watch, especially as a eco drive movement. The thing is that it also has a low charge indicator. If the watch gets very less charge left in the tank, what happens is this second hand twice in a span of every 2 seconds. Now the second hands are ticking for every 1 second, right? So if the watch battery gets very low, the second hand will tick for every 2 seconds. So by seeing that thing, we can identify this watch got lower battery, so you need to expose this watch for some sunlight or some artificial light to get this battery charged. And another thing is that if you are keeping this watch not wearing in a darker place, it senses that this watch hasn't exposed to any sort of sunlight, so it has that sense. So what happens is it automatically goes to a low reserve mode. So what happens is inside the machinery the time will be running, but in the dial region it won't show any movement at all. So it actually reserves the power by avoiding any sort of movements, but the time is accurately measured inside the machine. So when you take the watch back after like 7 days from a dark air environment, the watch it gets exposed to the sunlight and senses it, and the dial gets automatically goes back to its original timing position, so which is a very real good thing to save the power. And these are the functionalities that are present in the eco drive E1111 movement, which is a very good thing. Of course, this is not a loomed watch, so in a darker environment it's slightly you will face difficulty in reading the time. But the important thing is they are given the metallic marker, so mostly even with a slight a bit of light it will show you the time without any issues, no problem at all. It also has a date window. There is no day window, the date window. The crown is of course very smooth in terms of movement, no problem at all. The domed crystal looks nice. The strap width is around 20 mm, so if you don't like this metallic strap, you can just swap it with whatever the strap you like NATO straps or leather straps, whatever the straps. But this being a dress watch, a leather strap or this kind of metallic strap would look nice for this watch. And the sides are camfered. You can see there are brushed metal, so it's not a polished one, which is a really good thing, so no scratches will be seen in the longer run. The top portion is of course metallic. That's a very good nice detailing you are seeing here in this watch. So many people will have this question: this is a quartz watch, normal quartz watch, why this is being priced for 17,000 rupees? What's so special about this? First of all, Citizen as a brand, it's a big Japanese brand, has a big nice heritage. Many people will ask, I can get this get two edifices or three edifices for this price, but I'm just saying my real facts. I mean, the things that I faced in my life between the Edifice and Citizen. I previously owned an Edifice, so I know how the Edifice watch will be. First of all, in this Citizen watch, most of the Citizen watch, of course, uses their in-house movements. They don't outsource the movements. For example, Edifice, they don't use their in-house movement. They outsource their movements. Like the Edifice watch mostly uses the Epson movements. That's why Citizen is always slightly expensive when compared to edifices, because they use their in-house movements. And the another good thing is that the most annoying thing in a quartz watch is the second hand not hitting the hour markers precisely, which is a very annoying thing for me especially. But this watch has that accuracy in my opinion. I mean, the second hand precisely hits the hour markers, no matter whatever in all the directions, no matter in which way I look, this hour marker is getting precisely in match with the second hand, which is a really good thing in a quartz watch, which I don't see in a edifice, because in edifice I always see that irregularity in matching, but this citizen quartz movement has that precise hitting of seconds hand with the hour markers, which is a really good thing, which I appreciated a lot. And the second thing is that ticking noise. The Edifice watch which I previously owned, whenever I wear the watch and sleep in my mattress, I can hear the ticking watch in a very silent environment. But the Citizen watch has zero tick noise. Even I keep this watch near to my ear and intentionally listen to the tick, I cannot hear at all, which is a very good thing. A silent quartz watch indeed. So compared to Edifice, you cannot compare a Citizen with a Casio. Citizen is wholly renowned for their watchmaking, whereas a Casio, they are, of course, they started the business as inventing the calculators, but later on they entered into the watch segment. So Citizen is a vast brand. It's a big brand. It has a history behind it. So in my opinion, you cannot compare a Citizen to a Casio. Of course, you can compare Citizen to Seiko's, Orient, those kind of big Japanese giants. So finally, for what price did I buy this watch? So I actually got it in a clearance sale in a Flipkart. So a lot of Citizen watches were on clearance sale during that point of time on Flipkart. So I bought this watch for around 8,000 rupees, and for 8,000 this is a crazy deal. But now it's not available, so people can ask whether this watch really is worth for 15 to 17,000 rupees. I mean, yeah, if you want a nice quartz watch, I mean, which has everything, then I would say go ahead and buy it. But people mostly who are trying to spend more than 10,000 rupees will look for an automatic watch. Then, yeah, there are also options like Seiko 5 series cost around like 15 to 20,000 rupees during offer. So if you want an automatic watch, you can go for that. But if you want a quartz watch, and you value for that precise timekeeping, then quartz is of course good for the price, because if you want a precise timekeeping and automatic movements, you need to spend some bit more, like 50-60,000 rupees. For 20,000, I mean for 15,000, this is really a stellar deal in my opinion. This looks really good in hand. Yeah, I will just give you a wrist shot of this watch. See this, looks really nice in my hands. Talking about the dial itself, this is a 40 dial, so it will fit most of the Indian wrist, no problem. Even if you have a thinner wrist, even I have a thinner wrist, this fits perfectly fine, no problem at all. The bracelets can be readjusted to whatever the wrist size that you have. Actually, I have readjusted at 20 strap, whatever the strap you can change to it. And this looks absolutely fantastic. This has only thickness of around 10 so yeah, this is a pretty good watch indeed. So if you are interested in buying this watch, they are available in Flipkart, Tata Click Luxury, whatever the website I can name. So this is currently retailing for around 15,000 rupees. Maybe I can tell you to wait for some offer period. You can get this for like maybe the same 8,000 rupee price bracket. I'm not sure, but even for 15,000 rupees, I would say this is really a good watch. If you want a nice solar powered quartz watch, rather than going for an Edifice, I would say go for the Citizen, which has more advantages in compared to Edifice, like in-house movements. You are getting a reliable eco drive movement, a silent movement indeed, and also where the second hand hits the hour markers precisely, which is really appreciable thing. And thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. If you really like this video, please give a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. We'll see you later.